Good morning on a sad day. We woke up this morning with the terrible news out of Jerusalem that two Palestinian terrorists from the West Bank, from Judea and Samaria, 20 and 21-year-olds, went at 10 a.m. Israel time at the bus stop at the Ramot Junction in Jerusalem and started indiscriminately shooting at people waiting for the bus, and then at the bus that was there, killing 7 people. Men, women, Israelis, a Spanish citizen, young, a 79-year-old, old grandfather, a young 25-year-old, killing and maiming, injuring over 20 people. These terrorists, all they want is to kill, to wreak havoc. Their life is invaluable to them. And there's no way to make peace with people that just want to kill. One of the people that was killed was Levi Yitzchak Pash. Levi Yitzchak Pash worked in a yeshiva. He was the maintenance director. And he was standing at the bus stop, and someone pulled over and offered them a ride to the yeshiva. And he got into the car with somebody else. And then someone came running to the car and said they had an urgent emergency, a medical emergency, and asked if they could get a ride. And Levi Yitzchak Pash got out of the car and gave up his seat. And nearly less than 5 minutes later, he was killed. He was murdered by these two terrorists. They were stopped by an army person who was off duty from the Hashmonaim Brigade. It's a new ultra-religious group of soldiers, and he was there and he used his gun to neutralize the two terrorists. What a terrible, sad day. But the Jewish people are strong, are resilient, and we will not back down, but become stronger and more convinced in making sure that we protect the Jewish people in Israel and all over the world. This week's Torah portion is Parshas Kisavai. And the Torah says, V'hoida Kisavai el Aretz, when you come to the Holy Land of Israel. And at that point, you will bring the Bikurim. You will bring your first fruit as a gift to Jerusalem. And Rashi says that the Jewish people were not responsible in this mitzvah until all the Jewish people had conquered the land of Israel and had settled there. And the Rebbe asks a question. He says it took 14 years till everyone in Israel was settled after they came into Israel. Between conquering the land and settling, it was 14 years. Some people got their land after 5 years, after 4 years. Why would they have to wait another 10 years till they could bring the Bikurim, which is gratitude? And the Rebbe says a profound answer. Because in the blessing of gratitude, we said, V'samachta b'chol ha'tov, we rejoice with all the good that God has given us. A Jew can't go to Jerusalem and say, V'samachta b'chol ha'tov, rejoice in the blessings from God, when there are Jews that still don't have a home, when there are Jews that haven't settled in their home. What a profound message to hear on this morning. We might live in Boston, but every day our joys and our hardships and our pain depend on our brothers and sisters all over the world, especially in the Holy Land, living in the land that God gave us and protecting us all over the world. And just as we learn in this Torah portion that we have the pain and the joy as our brothers in Israel, and it's been already nearly 2 years that our brothers and sisters are in a war, fighting for their very existence, a physical war, and also a war against a world indifferent to Jewish pain, to Jewish suffering, a world that wants to boycott and alienate the only Jewish state, a world that is rife with anti-Semitism. And they're fighting for their very existence and for the existence of Jews all over the world. Our joy is not complete until our brothers and sisters are safe. And although it's a day of darkness and pain, as 7 beautiful souls lost their life and so many more injured, some critically, we are confident and strong in the faith, in what we're fighting for, and in the knowledge that we will overcome. You know, just last week, children all over Israel went back to school. The second year they're going back to school during a war. And one of the little girls that got onto the bus was a girl, Abigail Idan. She got on with her backpack and went to school for her first day of school ever. And this 6-year-old girl is no ordinary girl. Abigail Idan was with her parents on October 7th when the terrorists barged into her house and murdered her parents in front of her. She was full of blood from her parents getting killed. And she had no idea where her 2 siblings were because they were hiding for 14 hours in the mamad, in the safe room. She ran to the neighbors next door and they saw a girl with blood and they took her in. But the terrorists came to that house too and took the elderly couple and this little girl, Abigail Idan, who was now an orphan from both mother and father, into captivity. She spent 50 days in captivity, her 5th birthday in captivity, and then was released. She's an orphan now. But her uncle and aunt took her in and adopted her. And this girl is standing tall and proud as she begins school. This little 6-year-old girl, Abigail Idan, who is embraced by the whole Israel and Jews all over the world and all those who love peace and kindness. That's the story of the resilience of Israel. We might have pain, we might have hardship. We always get up and stand strong and continue another day. We come to the promised land, but the true rejoicing and happiness is only when our brothers and sisters all over the world are able to live safely and securely as Jews. Have an awesome day, and may we hear good news, and may we be stronger and stronger and stand up with one clear voice for our brothers and sisters in Israel.